stage has been set after 9 grueling weeks of league play for a spectacular conclusion to this campaign. Hello everyone, I'm Herbie and I'm pleased to introduce Slipstream EU's coverage of the ECC9 playoffs. Get comfortable and grab your popcorn because day 1 has us viewing the entire Division 4 playoffs, a group that may be the weakest of the ECC and MMR, but what it lacks in raw talent it certainly makes up for in drama. First up, it's the battle of the 1 and 2 seeds in the winners bracket, the unbeaten Incendia Flame and the runners-up Symbiotes Scorn, as both sides aim to be the first team into the final and the first team to clinch their promotion to Division 3. Alongside me in the casting booth for the opening pair of matches is Victor VTM. How's it going?
It's going pretty good, Herbie. Very excited to return to the casting booth for ECC. For, of course, I have to come here in clutch for playoffs as, who was it, Markfish, who couldn't, no, not Markfish, my bad, but Mikey couldn't take on, so I came here in clutch to cast with Herbie. But of course, it's going to be very interesting. 9 weeks of brilliant talent set aside. It is now the best of the best. Who will come out as at the top basically? But hey, Incendia Flame already, earlier in league play swept Symbiotes Scorn. So it's going to be interesting to see how they will learn from that week's game, or well, series in this case. Have Symbiotes learned something again about Incendia Flame, or will Incendia Flame just continue with their dominant season and possibly clutch the playoffs, hopefully? But hey, at least we want some show. But before we begin the series, Herbie, I would like to ask you for your predictions.
Well, it is about Incendia Flame in these Division 4 playoffs. They are the clear favourites, as you've already mentioned. Negotiated league play with an unbeaten record and a game win difference of plus 23, just dropped 4 games all season, and none of them were to the side that they're about to face in the Symbiote Scorn. One game 1 5-1 and one game 3 of the series 6-2. So it's difficult to look past them in this series. You'd be silly to go against them with the pedigree that they've set for themselves. I think there's going to be plenty of fight in Symbiotes Scorn today, because it's not just about whether Incendia Flame can actually live up to their potential and win the Division 4 playoffs, but of course the other sides are looking to at least reach the final and guarantee promotion, or finish third and give themselves a shout at it. And it's going to be very competitive between Symbiotes and Galactic Esports and FD NetNeat below them. But as far as this opening series goes, it is a best of 7, of course, so it's very difficult to win it in a sweep. I will give it to Incendia Flame 4-1.
Yeah, to be honest, there's nothing to say about, both teams, as I have no info about it, apart from that they earlier already swept Symbiotes Scorn. But it's going to be, a tight one, as, Symbiotes Scorn, they made it to playoffs now, they want their revenge, and they have this chance of revenge now in the winner's bracket. But of course, Incendia Flame coming in as the better team, undefeated as well in league play. I will have to put my bets on Incendia Flame as well. It's going to be interesting, if Symbiotes Scorn decides to prove us wrong, but that's what we want to see. The potential and everything, the motivation. But ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get ECC Season 9 Division 4 playoffs going!
Well, the second series of the evening between Galactic Esports and FC NetNeat is going to be a fantastic one to watch as well from that lower bracket. In league play, the result between these two sides actually happened just 2 days ago as they played it in the overlap after the end. 3-2 to Galactic Esports in that one. But for the time being, it is Incendia Flame taking on Symbiote Scorn in the winners bracket first round. The winner of this series secures their place in the final and guarantees promotion to Division 3. There is so much on the line in this best of 7.
So much online in the, Incendia Flame, just looking to, expand their, their dominant season. They want to prove to everyone that they're the better team. Considering that there's a 1700 as well in Incendia Flame, it's going to be difficult to see how they would lose, especially this first shot by Pyro. Oh my gosh, what a start that has been.
Well, Incendia Flame are the favourites in this series, but this best of 7 could well be where they find out that one player doesn't make a team. They need all 3 members of their rosters to step up in this series, and Symbiotes Scorn have hit them with a gong early on in this game 1. A goal just 25 seconds in. The first goal of the series belongs to Pyro, and it's an excellent start for them being the underdogs in this series. They want to try and set the tone early and generate some momentum in the first couple of games of this series. A best of 7 is a real long one, but Incendia Flame have found themselves a quick fire equaliser, just 15 seconds separating the 2 goals. It's a great assist from Nitro on the wing. Nate did the demo work in front, and Fligged finished it off.
What a team play there. You know, Nate instantly, as soon as he popped it, went for the demo, eliminating Lost Man, and then the pass out by Nitro, full flick in the middle, was just beautiful. Great job by Incendia Flame to tie things up early in the series. So far, both teams just very confident with each other, you know. Pyro with the early goal, but then with the follow-up counter-attack by Incendia Flame to tie things up. It's going to be interesting to see how these two teams, you know, will reply to each other throughout this whole game.
Nate with the clear up to the halfway line here to try and send Nitro free down the left wing. It looks like they have some room, but it's a great demo there by Caliban Sam to clear the ball out for Symbiote Scorn, but the danger isn't clear yet as Fligged whacks a shot off the crossbar. The rebound falls for Nitro, but it's cleared out by Caliban Sam, who has some room down the centre of the pitch. That's a big miss there from Nate. It will be followed up with a shot. This one comes off the backboard. Pyro's in there for the rebound. And it's a high-intensity start to this first game of the series. The pace is very high by the standards that Division 4 has set.
Oh, what a save by Wallster! OMG! He became a brick wall for Symbiotes Scorn there. Another block there by Pyro. That was so close to going in. So close, but yet so far. Nonetheless, it is Nate's ball. He's going for the backboard read. Will he get it? He doesn't. Flick with the follow-up shot will clean things up for Nate's mistake and take the lead for Incendia Flame.
Well, if you're Symbiote Scorn, that goal has come a little bit too easy for Fligged. It's a good finish, but there's not much response defensively. Nobody's planted to the goal line. 2 defenders are stranded in their defensive third, and there's an easy finish down the centre of the 2. 2-1 to Incendia Flame, their first lead of the series. They've turned around the 1 goal that they conceded 25 seconds in. Now we'll see if there's a response from Symbiotes, but it doesn't look like it, because here come Incendia Flame down the middle again. Nitro looked to lay the ball off for Flick, but now here comes Pyro, breaking free. Plenty of room down this right wing to try and get the ball into the centre. It will drop down in front. Wills went up for it, but instead it will be Caliban Sam to take over. Flicks towards the corner, still has Nate to beat. The ball will now drop for Pyro to try and shoot, but Nate gets up early with a block and a bump too. Frees up possession for Nitro to get further forwards, and it will be sent straight back down the middle. Nobody's home to receive that. It's 2-2.
Oh, defensive mistakes there by Incendia Flame. Just a bit far. He just pushed up a bit too far, Flick. You know, leaving the net open, thinking maybe one of his teammates were back, but he miscalculated, which led into the tie for the series. The second tie of the series as well. So far, so close. It's so tight between these two teams, and yet these two teams, you know, once upon a time in league play, it was Incendia Flame who just, you know, went happily along their way, just sweeping them. Will there be a revenge? Will, you know, Symbiotes Scorn be able to take this win? So far, there's a possibility.
Well, it would be the perfect start to the ECC playoffs as a whole if Incendia Flame were to lose to the underdog Symbiote Scorn. Pyro is in behind here to try and make a shot happen, but Fligged gets across to make that save. And Incendia Flame, one of the most dominant sides in league play in any division. They've not really gotten going yet in the first 3 minutes 30 of this game. They're still in it, of course. It's 2-2, and the next goal will be a big one in terms of game 1. Incendia could easily get it and make themselves the favourites again, but so far so good for Symbiote Scorn. They'll be happy with how they've played as we approach the final minute. This clear is going long from Fligged. It will be saved by Wills over to the corner. Pyro chases it down, gets a tap on it, and beats Fligged to the 50 as well. Ball will pop out to the opposite wing. Nate is the next one to it. Symbiote's not really coming off their line too quickly. Wills has a save to make there, but with 1 minute to go, the team in orange are a little bit stuck.
Nate now trying to clear some things up for Incendia Flame, clearing up the air. Now Flaked taking the ball, trying to go for a fake, can't get it past Pyro, as Pyro now tries to go for his own little tricks, gets it past one. Caliman is there with the follow, but it's blocked in midway. Walls dropping it into the backboard, just cleared off the goal line there as well. Caliman now 30 seconds left on the clock, gets demoed by Flick as well. Nate had to be a bit unsure there. That's a demo leading to an open net for Nitro to grab the lead.
Well, the demo was the dagger, but it was Wills on the initial defensive miss and then Pyro on the follow-up. Two defenders there for Symbiotes Scorn that had the opportunity to make the clear. Definitely not Caliman's Sam's fault that they got demoed on the back post, being the last man standing. 21 seconds to go in game one, and Incendia Flame are in front. Symbiotes Scorn, after having played pretty well for the entirety of the game, now find themselves needing a quick equaliser, and they are straight onto the attack. Caliman Sam looking to centre the ball. Wills is going to keep it in at the halfway line. Caliman Sam will look for Pyro, but they seem to have messed up this play, and there's a huge pinch into the net there from Nitro that looks to have sealed this game one for Incendia.
Such an unfortunate pause by Cali. He had nothing else to do from trying to pop it over him. Instead sends it straight into his opponent, helping them out to grab that nail on the coffin. Now Nitro still keeping it up. That's dropping down. Will they get another one? They don't, but they still get the game. Yes, the series. Sorry.
Yeah, a little bit too soon to be talking about the entire best of 7, I think, but a game win is a good start, and Incendia Flame got the job done in the end after a bit of a shaky opening for them, but I have to say in the second half of game one, they were much the side on top. Symbiotes Scorn, we can see they're only registering 3 shots on target. They were eventually just pinned back into their own third, and there was very little escape for them. It's worrying that Incendia Flame have gotten this game win when they weren't necessarily playing at their best. Symbiotes Scorn need to come up with something more in the next one.
Yeah, Symbiotes Scorn, you know, the first half of the game, they looked promising, you know, keeping it up, tying things up. But then at the end there, 21 seconds left, conceding 1 goal. And then later on, a few seconds after the kickoff, they concede another one, which is not a good start. But now we go to the second game of the series. It's going to be an interesting one, Herbie. Let's see what Symbiotes have in plan.
Well, it will either be a 2-0 series lead for Incendia or a 1-1 tie after we exit Forbidden Temple. Symbiotes Scorn have got the opportunity to level proceedings, but if they go 2-0 down, it's very much Incendia Flame's series to lose from that point. So Symbiotes Scorn, they're not quite in danger yet, but of course, the longer we go on in this series without them picking up wins, the more pressure they're going to be feeling, so better now than later. Caliman Sam steps up to make this clear, but Nitro sends it straight back in, gets another demo on the line. Symbiotes have had no answers to that in the first game of the series. Pretty much any time that an Incendia player pushed forward for a demo, they've made it happen. And there's some whiffs here at the back from Symbiotes that could cost them dearly as Nitro's up for this one. Flicked is in for the rebound. It's a great save by Caliman Sam. Pyro steps up to try and clear, but didn't get the touch. Symbiotes have got to get out.
Oh, they're just being boxed in their own net there as Nitro now going for another attempt. Off the backboard it goes. That's a team bomb! But Flaked can't get the angle. Nitro goes for an attempt, gets blocked by Pyro in the process. So far, just Symbiotes, you know, they have to pick up the pace. They're just whiffing on something they shouldn't be doing. But there's a whiff by Flaked as well. Walls with the counterattack, gets blocked by Nitro as he now goes for a double touch. Will he get it? He can't. Pyro's in the way, but that's dropping dangerously back into the middle. Flaked is quick on the counterattack, keeping it in the box, but Cali is on the backboard ready for it. Nate with the whiff, but leaves it for Nitro. Nate, will he drop it? He can't! What was that?
Well, over a minute into this game too now, and it is all Incendia at the moment. Just feels like only a matter of time before they're going to score, but the ball is rarely in their defensive third, and they've got to keep vigilant because the ball is loose in front. Nitro will have a clear to make here. It's going to come down off the ceiling. Cali is well placed to shoot from this, off the crossbar from Nate. Wills is in there for the rebound, and Pyro steps up, gets it off the backboard to try and keep the pressure on. Good attack in there from Symbiotes Scorn, but it doesn't lead to anything. Now Incendia looking to come forward on the counter-attack, but Will sends it right back. Nate has a tricky save to make their reaction stop. Pyro launches it off the backboard. Nate has missed that one, but Flig will get in there to clear it. In fact, it's turned into a shot off the post. Rebound falls over to the opposite side, and it will be clear.
Oh dear, there's been so many opportunities this game, and it's so tight, Jesus! You know, so far, both teams just playing a bit aggressive, trying to open up things, but there's not been any physical plays yet by Incendia Flame. Maybe it's Symbiotes Scorn, maybe might want to return some later on in this game. But hey, it is now Walls with the ball, gets it past Nate, tries to get it past Flick, he does do so, but gets demoed in the process. Nitro with the clear, now into Cali. No, Cali, that's very dangerous in front! Ooh, what a save by Walls to save Symbiotes Scorn.
Oh, but Nitro looks for Nate on the far post, and that's going to be 1-0 to Incendia. It was only a matter of time. That is their 5th shot on target of the game. It's a good C&I pass to the back post there from Nitro, and Nate was never going to miss. So close in tight to the back left, and 1-0 to Incendia. Symbiotes have done a better job defensively in the first couple of minutes of this game, but ultimately it's still the same end result. Now they've got to try and find a way to break down the defense at the other end of the pitch, and that is easier said than done. Incendia dropping just 4 games in league play all season, and Symbiotes are trying to take 4 off them in one series.
Oh, great pre-flip there as well by Nate to just secure that first goal in the game for Incendia Flame. Great pass as well from that Incendia Flame player. Forgot who it was. Oh, Nitro. But yeah, nonetheless, so far the ball's not left the middle. But Cali, no, never mind. Nitro just denies that. Just sends it back into the orange half. Now Flake, will he turn for it? He's just leaving it for Nate. That was strangely done by him, but hey, it works out nonetheless. Cali just putting some pressure. Pyro nearly getting the block on Nitro there as Nitro gets the demo on him. Nitro with the pass into the middle, caught off by Pyro. Cali trying to apply some pressure for Symbiotes Scorn, but can't do so for long as Pyro is just sending it back straight, back and forth at this point.
1 minute left in game 2, still the 1-goal lead that Nate gave Incendia Flame remains intact. Symbiotes Scorn have not scored in a while since they equalised in the middle of game 1. This might be a chance for them though. Cali into the mixer, and it will deflect back in front. Catches Walls a bit flat-footed, and that's a big miss from them there. Nitro will cut the ball inside, but it was too hot for Flig to take on. Off the corner it comes back into the middle. Flig will surely have a shot from this. Walls is quickly off the line to make the block, and now chases the ball down into the far corner. This is a chance for Symbiotes. There's a miss in front of the net. 2 defenders recover on the far side to make the clear, but Pyro isn't done yet. Keeps the ball moving, and Cali with the shot. It's 1-1. Symbiotes have found their equaliser.
What a tie that was. Pyro getting the touch. Nitro just a bit unfortunate trying to clear it out, but there wasn't free space to put the ball in. The only man that was staying in front of him was Cali, and it is now equalized for the game. Pyro now getting as well a brilliant clear into Nitro, unfortunately, as well as now trying to relieve his teammates from some pressure. That's a pass into the middle for Flick, but Pyro will cut one off.
Oh, that was unbelievable. Pyro is on 300 ping right now and still makes that save. Ever since the kickoff, they were hanging around in front of their goal, just hoping that the teammates could do the damage, but instead they had to make the save themselves. Hopefully that's not going to cost Symbiotes as we head into overtime. They will get a touch up to halfway. It will be Wills to make the clear in their own third. Dodges a demo attempt on the way up as well. Now cleared over to the far wing where Cali is going to chase this ball down, pinches it towards the middle. Oh boy, what's Flick done there? There's a ball into the mixer. Pyro will keep this in the offensive third, and there's a chance to centre it. Nitro's clear is as far as the halfway line where Cali will take over and pop a shot towards the net. Incendia just looking in a little bit of trouble at the moment, and here is Wills with the shot underneath the defender, but the last man makes the save.
Oh, what a save that was, as Nate now tries to go for the double touch. He can't do so, but oh boy, this overtime looks very, very tight indeed. Both teams not giving each other an inch, but Nate now into the corner gets cut off by Cali, unfortunately, as Nitro now pops it over one, gets bumped in the process. Cali with the shot, will it go in? It does! Cali grabs the game!
Unreal. unreal. Game win in the series, at the very least, for Symbiotes Scorn, and one that they ultimately deserved. It's like they flicked the switch as we entered the final minute of Game 2 and suddenly turned on the offensive output. They finished the game with 7 shots on target, big improvement on the first game of the series, but more importantly, they found the overtime winner and they have levelled the series at 1.
Oh, what? That was incredible, honestly. Like, they conceded 1 goal early, and then later on in the second half of the game, just equalized it and managed to grab the game as well in this overtime, which is, overtime is very scary. Obviously, everyone doesn't like it. You at least want to go out of the game like knowing, oh, I didn't need to go through overtime. I have energy to spare for the next one. But in this case, Incendia Flame just couldn't do much. Symbiotes Scorn just picked up the pace a bit. Incendia Flame as well, doing some mistakes now and then. Nitro with the pass. But hey, let's go over to game number 3. It is 1-1 in series score. DFH Stadium now in daytime. Beautiful. Everyone's favorite, isn't it?
I'm more of a Manfield Nightman myself, but it's an arena with a spectacular aura to it nonetheless. And the 1-1 series now gives either team the opportunity to wrestle the momentum away. Symbiotes Scorn are surely the team that is feeling it a little bit more right now. Incendia Flame, when they took a 1-0 lead in the middle of that game too and then hung on to it for so long, having already led the series, they must have been feeling pretty good about their chances against the team they'd already beaten in league play. But Symbiotes Scorn fought back, and now they are the team on the attack in the opening seconds of this game 3. Nate's clear is a weak one, turned over to Kali, who scores again 15 seconds into the third game, and Symbiotes are in front.
Symbiotes Scorn are hungry for that revenge, reminding Incendia Flame, hey, league play happened, we got swept, but we learned something and we're gonna prove it to you. Kali with the, game. Oh dear, that goal might cost Incendia, who knows?
Dangerous ball into the middle though. Nitro's on for this as Incendia look for a quick equaliser. They're not going to get it, and here is the man in form, making his way down the right side. He's taken one defender out of the play. Nitro's clear, doesn't have too much power on it. Wills will keep the pressure on, and it's Pyro off the corner into the centre. Nate clears, pegs it back to the halfway line. Kali keeps possession in the offensive half for Symbiotes as they look to go 2-0 up. Opening up a multi-goal lead would be huge for them, and Pyro looks for the double tap. Nate was quickly off their line to snuff out that shooting chance. Back into the centre it goes, where Nitro will send a shot in. Flick was looking for the demo in front, but they're not making contact on these like they did in game 1.
Pyro with that miss! Oh no! That's not what you want to see if you're playing for Symbiotes Scorn. Nate with the shot, Nitro maybe getting the fake, who knows? Pyro just not reading that ball too well. It is now equalized in this game 3. Already a lot of things are happening.
Well, I think Nitro, when he went up for that shot, he didn't even need to fake it because he saw Pyro wasn't in any position to make the clear. It's a bit of a gift for Incendia, and they almost have another one there. Kali will step up to make the clear, and now it's Wills to take over. His touch needs to be a little careful there, but he does still have some space to manoeuvre into. Flicks towards the net, just looking for any opportunity at goal. Will steal the offensive corner boost, and now there's a chance for Pyro to shoot. This one is deflected up top, and Nitro has missed the clear. It's Kali again. 4th goal in the last 2 games for them, and Symbiotes Scorn retake the lead.
What a shot by Kali. Just seeing that Nitro missed on the backboard, though he pre-jumped it. He's like, oh no, Nitro might have cleared it. At the moment he saw Nitro missed it, he recorrected his car. I'm getting this. I'm grabbing the lead for my team once again. And that's what he did. 2-1 now for Symbiotes Scorn. But Nitro looks to be a bit hungry for an equalizer here. Can't really get it past 2 players. As Nitro now goes for a second try. Pushes Pyro into it instead. Nate with the miss. Kali getting the brilliant block on Flick there, preventing that equalizer. But he can't prevent Nitro's shot though. Equalized for the second time.
I don't know about that shot. Was it even headed in before the defender got a touch on it? It was close enough that I think they had to go for it either way, but regardless, Incendia Flame have their leveller. It's 2-2 still with 3 minutes to go in this game 3 of the series, tied 1-1 overall. It could not be any closer right now. Symbiotes, Scorn, the underdogs, are still playing a very solid series indeed, and they might even be retaking the lead. This shot just flashes wide of the right post. Rebound comes off the ceiling for Wills, and it's Nitro's responsibility to clear in front. Taps the ball forwards where Callie is lurking, but he's missed this time, but that's not happened too often so far in the series. Wills is going to make up for it though with a good play to take the ball over the top of two defenders. Now an opportunity to lay it off for Pyro to shoot, but it was straight down the throat of the goalkeeper, and it remains 2-2.
That was a close one, but they nailed to prevent it, so let's see what they will do now. They're trying to counter it, I can't really do much. Nate popping it dangerously into the middle, but Fleet is ready with that drop, nearly gets it in, a bit too wide as Callie as well, just pops it into his own corner. Pyro now trying to return the favor, Nate helps him out along the way, but Flick now trying to pop it into one of his teammates. Wills is just in the way as Nate once again tries to clear it, but it goes into Callie. Callie gets the demo, Pyro with the drop, but Nitro is there with the save. Nate just clearing it into the orange side. Now Pyro dangerously popping it back into the middle. Nate is waiting, he goes for the shot, but gets blocked in by Wills.
Well, I said at the beginning of the series that one player doesn't make a team, and that's actually more accurate for Symbiotes than it is for Incendia at the moment. They need some offense from players that are not called Callie. Pyro and Wills have just not had the clinical finishing that Callie has so far in the series, and that could come back to bite them. One of those two needs to get themselves a goal in this game 3 of the series to set the team right momentum-wise. All loose in midfield for Wills to take on, and this may well be the goal. Nate is up there, but turns it into their own net. That is unfortunate, but for Symbiotes, it's them back in front.
No, that's not what you want to do. I believe, was that even going in? I don't think so, might have been crossbar, but oh dear, oh dear. If you're on Incendia Flame, that's not what you want to see. A bit more pressure for them now as 1 minute and 14 seconds left on the clock. Flake tries to return the favor, but Callie denies it. As Callie now can't get to the ball fast enough. That's not what you want to do, ladies and gentlemen. Nitro grabs that equalizer once again.
Well, just over 1 minute to go in game 3, and this pendulum continued to swing back and forth. That's the Division 4 playoffs for you. And the next goal scorer, it could well be the winning one with how time is ticking off this clock. But both teams now coming into their own offensively. It is a superb watch from a neutral perspective, but I don't imagine the players are enjoying it quite so much. Pyro into midfield, perhaps an opportunity for Wills to follow on, but instead it's Nate to send it right back into the far corner where Pyro is there to take over. Clears as far as the halfway line. Nitro will look to pass it middle. Instead it will be cleared out to the left side by Callie, who's let that ball get away from them. Nate to take over, but a good block on the halfway line by Wolves. And now Wolves on the left side takes a bump on the way through, so instead it's Pyro. Pyro goes for the drag over the top, and Wolves is in the mixer on the far side. Instead it will be Nitro to clear as we have 30 seconds to go. Either team's game from this point.
Nitro with the miss once again, can't really pop it into the middle, but he goes for a second try. He does get it this time, a bit too high. But Callie can't get that, it's clear. Nearly deceiving his team once again. Nate nearly dropping one in, but Pyro makes a 0 boost save. The last 5 seconds now, Flick trying to clear it. Wills just dropping it down. Nitro keeps it up. Now Pyro just tries to fake it. He does do so, and we're going into another overtime.
OT again in this series, you love to see it, but who is actually going to get the goal that puts their team 2-1 up in this best of 7? Ball is loose in front of the net. Nitro has the chance to shoot. It's off the bar. Fligged has missed it. Such a huge chance there. Symbiotes can breathe a sigh of relief because that had to have been a goal. Incendia Flame yet to win this overtime though. Ball now in the back right side where Pyro has missed that one too. Fligged in front of the net. Loose ball will careen all the way back into the defensive third. Nitro has to take it on in his own corner, gets the boost. There's another whiff there in midfield from Callie. You can feel the nerves for all these players. Another shot blazed over the bar. Nitro puts the ball back in. There's a double commit in front of the net. Pyro's clear as a weak one. It's dunked down, but Callie will get this one away.
Oh, that was such an opportunity for Incendia Flame to close it all in this game, but they just whiffed it. It was so sad to see, but now Callie is the one with the ball. Nitro just cutting him off straight away. Pyro just giving away the possession. Nate with the miss, not what you want to do. It's overtime. Anything can happen. That's a clear into the middle. Pyro! Oh, Nate gets the clear now. Nate trying to find his teammates. Without boost, can't do much. As Nitro now pops it into the middle. That's a dangerous pass up high from Flick. As Pyro now is forced to put it into the side. Flick cuts it off. Once again, now Wills tries to do something with the ball. Can't really do much. Nate gets it past Caliman. Sam as Nitro now misses once again. But here comes Flick! Oh, so close by Flick!
Well, Incendia Flame, they just cannot stop hitting the backboard at the moment. Surely one of these chances will go, and finally it does. It's flicked in front of the net. No chance to hit the crossbar from there with the ball rolling along the ground like that, and they finally win Game 3 overtime. Fully deserved for them, if you can argue a case for them after all of those misses, and they are 2-1 up in the series.
Oh, 2-1 up in the series. We're going to match point for Incendia Flame. Will history repeat itself? So far, if they keep the momentum going and they keep striking back, yes, history will repeat itself. But Symbiotes Scorn has, well, they've shown it many times throughout the series that they want this win, and they want to just, you know, they don't want history to repeat itself. They want to give it their best. But so far, it's pretty difficult, especially when you have a 1700 in the other team. But so far, that 1700, I don't know who it is, but they have to step it up. They have to step it up for Incendia Flame. There's a lot of whiffs in the blue half. But now we go to Utopia's Coliseum as well. We're going to match point for Incendia Flame. Will they shut it down this game, or will Symbiotes Scorn strike back?
Yes, the fact that you can't tell who the 1700 player for Incendia Flame is very telling. It indicates that they're maybe not playing to their potential in this series so far, but it's not about them, it's about the team as a whole, and they're getting the job done so far. They are halfway to the final itself, a 2-1 lead in this best of 7. And now an opportunity to force match point in this next game of the series as we are over to Utopia Coliseum. And Incendia are onto the attack early, but that is a good clear by Pyro that has caught Flig napping a little bit. This ball's into the danger area, but Wills has missed it. Callie is the next player into the play, needs to be careful because Nitro rams them down, gets the clearance in, now has an opportunity to centre it at the other end, but Pyro was quickly out to the wing to receive it. And now a save in front of the net by Wills. Back to the halfway line it goes to Nate. Takes the ball up high and goes for the dunk! That's a fantastic finish, and it's 1-0.
1-0 up in this game already. What a finish by Nate off that corner. What an angle! Oh dear, already Incendia Flame is stepping up their game. Brilliant, that's what we want to see in this series. And of course, let me correct myself, it is not match point, it is best of 7. Dennis, I promise I listened to you before the stream. But anyways, Pyro now trying to strike back, can't do so. Nitro cuts him off as Nitro now goes for a counter attack. Will he get the double touch? You can't do much with 0 boost as Nate now pops it into the middle. No one from the blue side is there to follow it up. That's a shot by Pyro, but sent away by Nitro. Again, a clear attempt by Nitro, but just sent away by Wills as Pyro now trying to go for the block. He doesn't get it. Flaked now trying to pop into the middle. Can't really do much. That's an angle, but Nate once again a bit too wide this time. That would have been 2 nasty angles as a pinch comes from the orange side.
Only 1 shot on target for Symbiotes Scorn in this game 4 so far. They're going to have to improve upon that total. This is looking a little bit more like the Incendia Flame that we expected to see from league play at the moment, and Symbiotes will not be pleased with that at all. They want to try and tie this series up again and take it to a 5th game at 2-2, but right now they are stuck in their defensive half. Good pass back there from Nitro, looking for Nate, who went for the air drag, took a bump on the way. Good proactive defending there from Symbiotes. Ball is up off the backboard. Nitro to try and put this one into the middle. Callie instead gets the clear, and I have to say, pretty much every time I've seen Callie in possession in the last 10 minutes or so of game time, they've had no boost at all to try and manoeuvre the ball over the halfway line. Instead, they're just throwing it right back to Incendia.
So far, both teams just trying to create openings. Nitro nearly reading it off the corner, but unfortunately the ball was on the inside, not the outside. So it popped dangerously back into the middle. Nitro, that's a pass into the middle. Will someone take it? No, Nate will send it away as Flick gets demoed as now Nate sends it back into the middle. Caliman Sam is there into the backboard. Flake sends it back, but Pyro returns the favor. Nate's again there, but popping it a bit too dangerous into the middle. Wills goes for his own attempt, but can't really get it past the defenders. As now Nitro bits out one. Can't do much with the amount of boost he has, as Cali now takes his time. Can't really do much with the control. As Flick now passes it into the middle, he takes it upon himself to try to score. Pyro gets the save, but Nitro will try to go for another one. Cali gets another save, but that's dropping back down. Wills takes the ball, tries to clear it, can't really do much. And Pyro getting bumped by his own teammate. Nitro now going for the clear into the backboard. Cali's there, that's dropping, but he gets the follow-up.
Flick to try and put the ball back in, and it skids towards the corner. Now Wills to make the clear. Tried to dunk the ball over to the left side, and it looks to have worked for them. They keep possession. Very nearly handed to Cali in front of the net, and he has gotten a touch on it. Loose ball perhaps for Pyro to shoot, and there would have definitely been an angle on there, but they've sprayed it off into the corner. Wills to try and centre once more, and Nitro clears. Now pinball between the two teams in this corner of the pitch, but it is still Symbiotes in possession, looking to find the equaliser. They are 1-0 down. It's looking like a replica of Game 2, but not if Incendia add to their lead before regulation is over. Pyro, this is going to come downwards in front of the net. Nate clears over to the wing. Nitro is there to try and get something on it, but instead it's Wills to take over. Just had the jump on the defender. Now puts the ball into the centre. Flig's clear as a weak one, but Nitro has done well to send the ball all the way clear.
And that's another shot by Flick, straight into the net. 48 seconds left on the clock. Nitro with their brilliant pass into the middle. Flick just ready as well. Opening up things now, 2-0 in this, fourth game. And so far it looks like they secured match point for the next game. But yeah, let's see what happens throughout this 48 seconds. Maybe they just fall down the stairs possibly, but hey, Pyro trying to apply some pressure here. Wills now returning the favor, sticking that ball into the blue off. Nate up for the ball, very quick on it, backboard, drops it down, Cali gets the block. Nitro can't really read the amount of speed it goes down that half over there. Can't really do much as Cali now tries to pop it into the middle. Nitro's in the way. Wills now goes for his own attempt. That's a shot by Pyro, but gets saved and sent away by Flig. 10 seconds left on the clock. Herbie, are you excited for match point?
Well, it's looking a little bit more like Incendia Flame series. I think this has been their most comfortable game so far. And that's a bit worrying for Symbiotes Scorn. They need to try and keep their cool, keep their focus, because even if you lose this series, it's still the winner's bracket. Your playoffs is not over, and you could well get another opportunity at Incendia Flame in the final itself if you make it back. So I think in the next game of the series, Symbiotes need to not think about the permutations of getting the entire series as a whole and putting themselves into the winner's final. You have to be more pragmatic than that and just think about, okay, let's try and at least get another game off of Incendia Flame so we prove that we can do it, and then maybe we'll come back later and beat them in the final itself. At the very least, one game win gets you momentum no matter where the series is needing it.
Now we go over to actual match point of the series. It is game number 5. Incendia Flame is 3-1 up. Excitement. Best game for them so far, you know. Not letting Symbiotes Scorn get anywhere near their goal. Or well, they've gone near, but they couldn't convert it into goals. So hey, Incendia Flame might as well just take the, take the series in it. Unless Symbiotes Scorn has something to prove.
Well, match point is where we are now, I can confirm that too. Urban Central, Game 5 of this winner's bracket first round series. Incendia Flame are one game away from the final and clinching promotion to Division 3. That's pretty good motivation to go out there and grab it in this next one. They have won the first kickoff. It's Nitro, may even have an opportunity to cut in front, but Pyro steals it right back. Tried to carry the ball straight down the middle, but Nate was having none of that. Cali will clear the ball infield. Nate to step up to try and get it away, but Incendia just a little pin back at the moment. That's a much better clearance from Nitro that comes off the backboard. Rebounds in front for Flig to shoot, but no goal will come of it. First 20 seconds is scoreless.
Alright. Already, Will's trying to just relieve his teammates from the pressure they're being put on by Incendia Flame to Flick. Now trying his best to turn it into something. Pyro with the clear first, good clear of the game as Pyro now just loses possession. That's unlucky, a double commit by Symbiotes as Nate now just puts it in as Nitro gets the demo on Wheels, eliminating that last defender. Oh, dirty tricks there by Incendia.
And it's the first demo play that we've seen in a little while in this series, but it is a good indicator that Incendia Flame are back on top form, and that's very scary indeed for Symbiotes Scorn, who now need at least a goal in regulation to keep themselves alive in this series. It's do or die time for them if they want to avoid going down to the lower bracket. Wills will make a clear up to halfway, and Caliban Sam, that is a very awkward clearance. Pyro's got some work to do to make up for that. But that just shows that Symbiotes don't really have any direction at the moment. They need to be getting their clears down the pitch.
Pyro now trying to relieve his teammates from pressure. He does do so. Now Cali can't really do much as Flick now just capitalizing on both his teammates and opponents' misses on the ball in the wall there. Nate now trying to put it into the middle, can't really do so. Nitro with a shot, but it's a bit too slow as Pyro just gladly just takes it away from him. Pyro missing it, but Wills will capitalize on his mistake. That's a pass out back. Cali puts it into the Pyro. Pyro now trying to go for a double touch, really gets it, he can't, misreads it by an inch. But nonetheless, the ball goes back into the orange hall. Flick tries to keep it there as Nitro pops it into the middle, and Nate beats out Pyro on the challenge as Cali now tries to relieve his teammates from that pressure. Flick trying to put some back. Pyro with a shot! It is in! And it's equalized!
Is that even Pyro's first goal of the series? Either way, not much offense has come from them so far, but better late than never. That is a huge finish from distance. Goes in at 109. Ties up game number 5. And may just give Symbiotes Scorn a little bit of life and some momentum in the rest of this game. The kickoff, though, has gone Incendia's way, and Wills will have a save to make on the line. Nicely done. In fact, it turns into a pass over to the wing for Pyro. Symbiotes looking to transition forwards. Flick is the only defender back at the moment as they take possession on in the opposite wing. Lukes the ball into the danger area. Nitro will now send it straight back. Possible opportunity building here for Incendia. Two players combining, and that's a great layoff, but just didn't have the distance to it. Instead, it is Pyro with a creative pinch here that's going to come down from the ceiling, off of the ground, turned over in front to Wills. The shot doesn't even reach the target.
Oh, that's another demo by Nitro, but no one from the blue side is there to capitalize. But that's a pass out! Oh, what a block by Wills! Nate trying to sneak one in for the lead. Can't really do so when Wills is in the net. Now Pyro blocking out Flick on the challenge. Nate trying to drop it back into the corner, but Pyro's waiting. Wills now with a follow-up, can't really do much as he just misses it entirely. Pyro can't read it, thought it would go on the backboard. Flick grabs the lead.
Well, I don't blame Pyro there, because even I didn't realise that ball was going into the net. It just clips the crossbar on the way down. It's a wonderful finish from Flick that is essentially unsavable. And it's 2-1 to Incendia Flame. 1 minute 54 away from the final if they can hang on to this lead, but it's not a good kickoff for them at all. Nitro has given the ball away to Cali, or perhaps not. Cali misses it, and it's a freebie, a slam dunk of a finish for Nate. 2-goal advantage for Incendia.
Already 2 goals is what it takes, but hey, it's 1 minute 47 seconds. Anything can happen. Symbiotes Scorn, well, maybe kicking themselves here, but as long as they, keep it calm and try to, put it back together and start putting that hard work to stop throwing, or well, not throwing, sorry, at least to stop whiffing and such, maybe they can bring it back. But so far, the amount of pressure that Incendia Flame is putting is really, really good. That's another whiff, but hey, Pyro capitalizes on his teammate's mistake. It saves him from, conceding another goal.
Well, as long as Incendia have this 2-goal lead intact, I don't think they'll be stressing too much about individual misses. The onus is on Symbiotes Scorn to try and make a comeback happen, but it's not looking too likely right now. Flick looks to centre the ball for Nitro, and it's coming back across the face of the goal. over to Wills in the corner, a little bit of space to send the ball into, and that is there on the far
Oh!
post. It was free for Nitro to shoot, a little bit of a tight angle to work with, but does not get the goal either way. Now Symbiotes come in the opposite direction, crunching 51 by Cali there. Pyro helps it on, but cannot go any further than that. It's a clear for Nitro without boost, loses possession from the ceiling, but Symbiotes, for all of this attacking pressure that they're putting on in midfield, they're not sending anything goalwards.
There have been some opportunities to pass each other, but so far it's just 50s and 50s by Symbiotes, Scorn, and that blue half. But Incendia Flame, they're doing a great job just holding it out. 30 seconds left, and then they grab the whole series and move on in the winners bracket. Moving on to what was it, grand finals or what, winners bracket, right?
The final itself, four
the
teams in
final.
these Division 4 playoffs, so it will be the final for them, and a one-game advantage in the final. Best possible start that they could have asked for these Division 4 playoffs. Symbiotes Scorn
another
threatened
one.
at times. They're going to tag on another goal here. It is Nitro's first goal of this final game of the series, but Incendia Flame, nicely done for them. They will move into the final. It was pretty exciting at points in the middle of the series. I think Symbiotes Scorn, they're not going to feel like they've given a good account of themselves, but they've done well enough, I think, in this opening series. You didn't have to win this winners bracket. If you can put together some good form in the lower bracket final, you can come back into the final itself with some renewed vigour, and at least with the knowledge that you can keep games against Incendia close.
That has been an amazing series. Symbiotes Scorn at least put up a bit of a show, you know, showing that they wanted to take the series, but unfortunately they couldn't do so. But hey, congrats to Incendia Flame for grabbing the series. They make history repeat, though it is not a sweep. A win is a win. They move on to the grand finals, so it's going to be exciting.
Well, and first objective accomplished for them. They definitely want to win Division 4, of course, but they've clinched promotion to Division 3, and I'm sure they will not be out of place in that tier at all. But they want to go up as champions, and we will see them in a couple of hours' time participate in the grand final. But now, the focus will shift to the third and fourth seeded teams in these Division 4 playoffs. Galactic Esports taking on FC NetNeat. Just a couple of days ago, these two sides played out a Game 5 series that ended in Galactic Esports' favour. A fantastic match that we hope repeats itself in these best-of-7 finals, because one of those two teams in the lower bracket is going home after that series. It's going to be a fantastic watch, so don't go anywhere.